This was the sweetest book. Welcome to day 3 of the reading rush. Hi, I'm Jessica Nicole Dickerson, aka JND, and welcome back to another video. I think I've been forgetting to do my intro during these reading rush vlogs. And I'm also tragically sad because I've run out of coffee. So I just finished uploading my day 2 vlog where I literally did like nothing. I think I read 4% of a book and I watched a lot of Netflix, which was great because you know what? Sometimes you need those days just to balance. So today I'm trying to kick my butt into gear a little bit and actually read a lot. We'll see how much. Guessing from the title of this video, you'll know how many books I've read or not. But my aim is to do 2 today. We'll see. I got the audiobook for The Sound of Stars, so I'm really excited. It is 12 hours, so that means 6 hours for me because I like to read or listen to audiobooks at twice as much speed. And I might dive into one of my physical books too. We'll see. I've been really in the mood to read just something cute, so I think I'm gonna do I Want to Be Where You Are by Christina Forrest. I've had this on my TBR for a while, and this book is all about a girl who wants to be a ballerina, and she's going off on a road trip to go audition in New York to like a ballet school. It sounds super cute, and I think that's like kind of enemies to lovers because her neighbor catches her and joins her on the trip and she thinks he's annoying or something. It just sounds really fun. The audiobook is available on Scribd. I'm basically going to be using as much Scribd audiobooks during this week as possible because you know what? And it looks like people are doing live reading sprints, so I think I'm just gonna join them and hopefully it'll help me get in that reading mood, and later on today I'll like get ready and stuff. But you know what? Poofy here's a vibe, so might not. So a little baby update. I'm on page 50 of I Want to Be Where You Are, and I'm interested to see where that title comes from exactly. Because right now she wants to be a ballerina, she's off to her audition, and she's hanging out with that guy that she absolutely hates. And I really appreciate that we really don't understand their relationship. They used to be best friends, but we don't know why they had a falling out. So I'm kind of really interested to hear about it. So that's really cool. And yeah, things just happened and went down. So this is quite an enjoyable read, but I am going to go make some coffee now because I'm getting a little tired. And just letting you know, it is 1:14, so if I keep up this pace, I might be able to finish this book in a little bit because it's actually short. The audiobook is like 7 hours. Yeah, it's only 250 pages, so 200 more pages to go. Woo! Let's see if I can finish this cutie. So all is right in the world. I have a new cup of coffee, nice and fresh. I don't know if you can see it, but it's how exciting. And by the way, this is like the best purchase of, when did I buy this? It's just best purchase of my life because it literally keeps your coffee warm, like really basically scalding hot, the same temperature as it was when you cooked it. So that's why I kind of leave it like cracked a little bit so that way it gets some of the heat out. But it's a hydro flask, but it's like for coffee, and it's great because it keeps it warm. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to reading. I'll probably update you when I'm at the 100-page mark, 50 more pages, and then I might switch it up and go back to The Sound of Stars because I did read a little of it yesterday. I can't speak, man. You know, words, they're so hard, and that's so funny because I'm a reader. I read a lot, so words should be easy, but they're not. Okay, so I'm 150 pages in and I'm totally just gonna read the whole book today. I feel it. It's only 4 o'clock and it's so good. Okay, so obviously she's a dancer. She's in ballet. I'm not a dancer, but I am an artist, and I feel like this can just really resonate with people who are in that field where artistry relies on a lot of confidence and like believing in yourself and pushing past the boundaries that are kind of set up to eliminate people from that path. It's rude, it's so rude. But it's just so touching and I love it. The only thing that I am noticing is that the parent representation in this YA book is kind of like that typical, like your parents, they don't know it all, blah blah blah. So I'm really hoping in the end that comes in at the end where the mom's like gets to have an honest chat with her and then they both compromise, because the mom obviously just wants her to like live her best life, and yeah, so I really hope that ties back in. I don't want it to be the typical YA parent who is absent, because this mom really cares, and she's just a little cuckoo because, you know, the accident with her father and the accident that she herself experienced. So yeah, but I'm really enjoying this book and I'm just devouring it. So I have I believe 100 pages left in this story, so I'll probably be done in about 2 hours. Yes. This was the sweetest book. I'm in love. I'm in love. It was so good. It's kind of like Somewhere Only We Know. Let me get it. So it's very similar to Somewhere Only We Know because the chemistry was just on par. Like, if you really like stories that aren't about like angsty teens but are about teens that have a lot of back and forth, I forget the word for it, but they like argue a lot, but it's in like a cute, kind of heated, kind of cute way. What is the term I'm looking for? It's really good. The chemistry was really good. At first you kind of understand why their relationship is so shaky, and then you're like kind of rooting for them and both their artistic dreams. I also really love stories talking about that because it is very hard for like parents to get behind people who want to be in art, acting, dancing, music, because it's not really a secure job or career path. But obviously it's like, it's more than a career path, it's your happiness. It's so beautiful and so meaningful, and I love the fact that it was also like a black couple. They're both black, which is also really awesome because you tend to see couples, I'll just like a lot of mixed race, like that's, I don't know why, you rarely see a couple that's like both black, and it was just really fun. Very cute. She had a bonnet. There was just like so many precious things about this. My concern about the YA parents, I won't give you specifics so I don't spoil anything, but I was not disappointed with the ending, let's just say that. And I also like how realistic it kind of was in the end, that it's like, hey, we don't know what's gonna happen in the future, but you know what, I'm gonna do what makes me happy right now and learn and grow from it. That mistakes will happen, but I'm gonna learn and grow from it. Beautiful. So it kind of reminded me of Somewhere Only We Know, just because the two are kind of like arguing in a cute way, and then this whole story unfolds and you just get such a good, nice grip of the characters and you're rooting for them, and it's just these two I could not recommend enough, especially during this quarantine time. If you need a lighthearted book, so cute. So it's currently about 6:30 and I think I'm going to start Black Flamingo, mostly for fun because I know that I heard this one's actually gonna be kind of sad, so I'm a little worried, but I feel like it's gonna be super touching, and I believe the audiobook for this is quite short, so we'll see if I also get to finish this today. And again, if you didn't see my July TBR, it is a stunning book. It has black flamingos on the cover, super pretty. I might go make some tea because I'm kind of tired of my coffee and I'm almost out of it anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna dive into this, and then I'll round about to The Sound of Stars. But you know, I just feel like contemporary right now. If you don't know, The Sound of Stars is definitely like a sci-fi story. Aliens attack the Earth. It's like, it's not like, I don't think it's considered like a high sci-fi because, you know, it's a girl who's living during an alien kind of invasion, and she's secretly handing out books to kind of help people stay motivated and have hope. So yeah, but I'm in the mood for a contemporary right now, so I'm just gonna follow my mood. But that does make it, how many books? 3 books that I've read for Booktubeathon, and today's day 3. So if I finish this book today, girl's ahead of the game. And I totally blame Isabella from Throne of Books because she tweeted about how she thinks the reading rush is a little bit of competition, and now I'm like, is it a competition? Do I need to be doing better? That's how I feel. Ooh. The hair is up, so you know it's time to get serious. I am starting my 2nd book of the day. It looks thick, but if you don't know, the Black Flamingo is written in like free verse in prose, so it's poetry. I believe it still like navigates and tells a narrative, but I just found out that the audiobook is literally 3.5 hours long or something like that. Yeah, it's 3 hours and 40 minutes long, so it's incredibly short. So I should definitely finish this tonight if it's not too sad. If it gets too sad, I might dip out, take a little break. Fingers crossed that I think it's supposed to be like heartwarming and a little bit punch in the gut, you know, just a little. We don't mind that in our contemporary that's hard-hitting, you know. We need that on the occasion, so I'm cool with that. And then I also made a hot cup of tea. I've been really liking tea lately. I don't know why. It's like, you know how when you eat the same thing every single day and then you start to get tired of it? That's what I think I'm starting to feel with my fluids, because I drink literally only coffee and only water every day. And I put a little bit of honey in it, so won't be good for my blood sugar, but it'll be great for that, you know, that little sweet tooth, my little sweet tooth. And I wasn't really gonna mention it, but I figured I might as well, because, you know, today's been a very good, busy reading day, so I'm proud of myself. But it always is a little weird to me during July, during like the reading rush, because as some of you guys may know, I've had my Booktube channel for basically 2.5 years. But so I started in January or February of 2018. In the summer of 2018, I became diabetic. Halfway through being 21, my body, something weird happened. Now I'm diabetic, and I have been for 2 years. So it's always weird during the reading rush. I always have those kind of feelings of, oh, 2 years ago to this month around this time, stuff changed. And you can kind of see it the last time I did it. I didn't participate last year because I was in a real life, like, live action play that required a lot more rehearsal than the virtual one I did this year. But when I did Booktubeathon, when it was called Booktubeathon in 2018, I still did it. I still vlogged every day. But I don't know if you could tell, this hair is so annoying. I don't know if you could tell in the 2018 vlogs, but I was really upset and very emotional. I remember like faking to be happy because I was so distraught about what was happening, because, you know, doctors were telling me really scary stuff. So it's weird feeling like that was just 2 years ago, and that my Booktube, my YouTube channel has been up longer than I've been diabetic. It's really, really trippy. I'm very grateful for my now current health, and I feel way more stable talking about it, only ever so slightly. Because, you know, insurance money and all that stuff still really stresses the little ticker. But yeah, I just had to mention it because I just don't want to ignore it. Comment down below, I can talk more about it or not, because who wants all that sad juju in the reading rush vlogs? Not I. But yeah, I just felt like mentioning it because it's a factor. I think about it, that three years ago, 2017, I was nifty, I was healthy, no shots, no worries. I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on insulin and hospitals and doctors, and I've had very negative experiences. So it's just interesting that even 2.5 years ago, when I first started my channel, the very first video I uploaded to the channel, you know, things were normal. The 21 years of life that I lived, you know, standard. And then halfway through that 21st year, my body was like, we're checking out. So yeah, thank you for listening to my little rant. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. And I'm gonna get to reading, and we'll see how heartfelt this is, because, you know, as I just said, I'm a little emotional, I'm a little vulnerable. It's that time of year. It's always during the summer and during New Year's that I always feel like crap emotionally, and during a pandemic, you know, and racial injustices, you know, we love this. We stand the crazy lifestyles of human beings. We are just unworthy creatures. Okay, I digress. So I am currently on page 200 of the Black Flamingo, and I am really, really enjoying it. I don't think it's gonna be a 5-star just at the moment, because I feel like I've read a lot of poetry books or open verse books, so poetry that's written that still tells a narrative and it's very like free form, like obviously Elizabeth Acevedo, and I've read all of Evelyn Hopkins' books and I really love them. I find that though I thought the writing is very, very lyrical and I love it, I find that the snippets are almost just like time is flying by so fast, and I feel like I'm getting such a shallow understanding of everything. Don't get mad at me. It's still really good. I'm still really liking it a lot. Like some of the short snippet stories are written so well that they do hit, but then some of them don't. Some of them I feel like they weren't either long enough or not expressive enough, if that makes sense. Some of them are very, very lovely and touching, and then some of them, you know, I feel like they're missing something. I don't get that emotional connection, but I do really love the story. I'm interested to see, he has this best friend that he kind of likes, kind of doesn't like, has this really mixed relationship with, and she's kind of turning out to be kind of like homophobic in a way. That's not really a spoiler because she did say some weird things in the beginning and she's kind of moody, so I'm interested to see how their relationship develops. I'm really hoping that something is talked about their relationship, because now I'm in a chapter that says university. We've been with this kid since he was like born, and when he was 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way to like now he's in university. So a lot has happened in the 200 pages, and I do feel like I have a good understanding of him. I think that emotional connection isn't just there yet. I'm hoping it is, but I am 200 pages into it, so we will see. It's definitely still shaping up to be like a 4-star. I'm really liking the interesting perspective, and I can't wait for drag to be more of an element in this, because I know it's supposed to be a really big element of it, so I'm kind of waiting for that excitement. He's seen Kinky Boots. That's about the only introduction to drag that he's had, and you know, it was a passing like, oh, we went to go see Kinky Boots on my 17th birthday, and it's like, Mom, why didn't you let me see this movie when I was younger? So it's like cute little dip in the toe, but you know, I want to see more of it. We'll see. And I need to make more tea too. But yeah, I'll probably finish this in the next hour and I'll let you know what I think. I'm really hoping the end just, we'll see. We can only hope that a book will sucker punch us in the face, right? Am I right? We are going to ignore what my hair is doing today, because it's just oh, whatever. Okay, so yesterday I managed to finish 2 books, The Black Flamingo and I Want to Be Where You Are. I Want to Be Where You Are, I gave 5 stars. It was very lighthearted, just what I needed. Super touching and cute and inspirational. And The Black Flamingo, I gave 4 out of 5 stars. I just docked it a little bit, and I think I found a better way to say it than I did last night, is that there were actually really, really so many good moments, back-to-back moments, but it was a little bit stop, pause. So I didn't feel like, I feel like I could never fall into the story, if that makes sense, because it felt like there was a lot of and that's just a writing style thing. I've read a lot of open verse, and it's not that I have an issue with like poetry writing, because I've read Elizabeth Acevedo. Also Jacqueline Woodson also has many books that are like that. So it's just a writing style choice. It's clear that Dean Atta has such a way with words, and some of the poetry really hit close to home. It was very touching how he talked about sexuality and all that stuff, but I also think a lot of issues were just kind of like thrown in, and I'm like happy they were touched on, but at the same time I'm like, they weren't touched on, they were just said. Like internalized racism was mentioned at least twice in this book, but never like addressed. Like, how do you conquer that? Like, there was a side character who was like internally racist to themselves, or like, I don't want to spoil anything, but it was just, there was a lot happening, and it was great, but I felt like there was a lot happening, and the story was start-stop because of all these time jumps, and I feel like I could never fall into it. And also the plot was kind of just his life. Like, there was no plot. In the end, like in the last 100 pages, he talks about how drag kind of let him be himself. But yeah, it was definitely interesting, definitely a good read. I would recommend it only if you like poetry and open verse like that. But yeah, I hope I explained it right. I still love this book. I still loved what it talked about. I did highlight a few passages. I thought it was very touching and very meaningful, so don't get me wrong. When I give it a 4-star, there was just some writing style things that personally I didn't like, but I know other people will love it. It's just a personal preference. I hope that clears everything. And then I want to do my black booktuber shout out. So I actually have him here on my screen. I'm so sorry, that is the worst that is the worst frame I could have paused it at. But it's Kev's, and his channel name is KJ Reads Pages. So go check him out. He's very close to 1,000, so maybe go support. So make sure you go check him out. I know he recently did the Juneteenth readathon that's to focus on queer black books. Did a whole vlog for 30 minutes of beautiful content. Y'all should check it out. He's a lovely human being. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. I am starting a new book today that I'm very excited about. And let's keep that reading train rolling. Woo! And I hope this video gave you a little bit more sunshine. Bye!